Amid the fierce debate in this nation over abortion rights, Democrats are reportedly looking at changing some of the language they use when discussing this issue. It's a departure from the safe, legal, and rare messaging used during the former U.S. President Bill Clinton's campaign used there in '92.
Our congressional correspondent Kilmeny Ducart is live on Capitol Hill with more on the story. Kilmeny, good morning.
Emma, Sean, good to be with you. Democrats have historically used the language safe, legal, and rare, and they did so in an attempt to appeal to people who might support abortion but could potentially have a moral conflict with that. But the Democratic Party is evolving. They're wanting to drop the word rare because they believe it brings about a negative stigma or perhaps a feeling of shame for those who decide to have abortions. And now, according to a Politico reporter who posted what appears to be new guidance from the House pro-choice caucus to House Democrats, they say don't use choice, say decision. Replace safe, legal, and rare with safe, legal, and accessible. Don't say unwanted pregnancy, say unexpected pregnancy. Well, the pro-choice caucus seems to be taking their own advice. In one of their latest press releases, they say Americans' right to abortion care and every person deserves the right to make their own decisions. So language by Democratic Senator Patty Murray used in 2015 now appears to be outdated.
So let me be very clear. This bill will not be used as an opportunity for Republicans to double down on their efforts to restrict a woman's health care choices.
Well, Republican strategist and Newsmax contributor Mercedes Schlapp tweeted this. There was a time when Democrats viewed abortion as something that should be safe, legal, and rare. Today, they view it as a moral good that should have no restrictions, be funded by taxpayers, and be celebrated as righteous. Abortion has become a sacrament to the left. I think one of the big questions here, Sean and Emma, is are we going to see the House Pro-Choice Caucus change its name to the House Decision Caucus? As a reporter, I will continue to say pro and anti-abortion, but this language is something that we're a lot more likely to see, particularly charged language, as the midterm campaigning is well underway now.
All right, Kilmeny Ducart live at the Capitol there with that report. Kilmeny, thank you. Joining us now to discuss is Chief Strategy Officer at Young Americans for Liberty, Brendan Steinhauser. Also Newsmax contributor and ambassador with the American First Policy Institute, Tom Borelli. And Director of Membership Development of Project 21 Black Leadership Network, Donna Jackson. Thank you all for coming on. And Tom, I'll just start with you if I can really quickly. Just your overall thoughts on that report there from Kilmeny. Changing some of the language that we've seen there over the years.
Well, Sean, what we know about Democrats are they actually have a very good messaging. They always are able to set the debate by using words and languages to advance their cause. And this is yet another example. But at the bottom line, however, this just shows how extreme the Democrat Party really is. They are in full support of late-term abortion up until the child is born. You could use all the words you want. You could use a fancy, gloss it over. But at the end of the day, that is gruesome. It is a gruesome procedure. It is horrible, and it's infanticide up at the 9th month. So they can use their words, but they can't change the end result.
Donna, what do you make of these new talking points?
Well, listen, they might have good messaging, but their policies are very destructive. We've noticed that all over America. Look at this Green New Deal initiatives that are making millions of Americans suffer. Look at Black communities that have historically voted for liberals for over 50 years that are decimated, full of crime. Education is at its lowest point. So none of their policies, irregardless of their messaging, works. In fact, it's the most destructive of any group that we've ever seen in this country.
And Brendan, your thoughts, if we could just look, throw me those words again. I just want to take a look at some of those because it went from decision to choice, I think, or choice rather, to decision. That's helpful. Harmful is unwanted pregnancy. Helpful language is unexpected pregnancy. And you can go down the list there. Brendan, which one stands out to you? And then your thoughts on changing the messaging here.
Well, I think all of these are an attempt to basically survive a very rough political year. This is all political for the Democrats. They're out of touch. They're out of step on this issue and a lot of other issues. But frankly, I think this is a big distraction from them to say we need to turn the discussion away from things that we're losing on, like high inflation, gas prices that are hitting the poor and middle class disproportionately. We have massive spending. So I think they see an election coming up where they're going to have huge losses. And so they're trying to reinvigorate their base at the same time while avoiding losing independent and swing voters. And I think that's what this is an attempt to do. But I don't think it's going to work. I think the American people are too smart to fall for this messaging attempt.
I want to play a soundbite. This is from a Democratic Congresswoman, Katie Porter, and she brings up the cost that Americans are seeing, the inflation that we're seeing, but then also ties it back to abortion. Let's listen.
Things like inflation can happen, and it can become more expensive to feed your kids and to fuel your car, is exactly why people need to be able to be in charge of how many mouths they're going to have to feed. So I think the fact that we're seeing this jump in expenses, that we're seeing people having to pay more in the grocery store, pay more at the pump, pay more for housing, is a reason that people are saying, I need to be able to make my own decisions about when and if to start a family.
Oh, Tom Borelli, your reaction to that?
How morally bankrupt is that individual? You can't afford children, so kill the child? That's absolutely outrageous. And again, it just shows how extreme the current Democrat Party is. This was not my father's Democrat Party. My father was a union postal worker. He would be, if he was alive today, he would be outraged at what the Democrat Party has become. And I think a lot of people are outraged because the Democrat Party is the party of extreme. Pick the issue, they're on the far, far left side and actually off the cliff.
All right, final thoughts from Donna, and then we got to go.
You know, this inflation we're living in is self-inflicted by this administration, but it shows that the Democratic Party has picked winners and losers. They feel like if you are poor, that you have no value, that they decided that your life amounts to nothing and you can't actually help improve this community. So they're so morally bankrupt, it's disgusting.
All right, we'll leave it right there.